Rotten Tomatoes scores manipulated by firm paying critics for reviews. I knew this shit was a thing.
Yeah, of course.
We always knew this was a thing because it'd be shit that's like horrible. I was like, how does shit get an 86?
Yeah.
Like, nah, this shit is like somebody paying for this. But we don't know how long this has been going on, but we know
Last 5 years.
Last 5 years for sure.
That's what they said.
Yeah, I forgot exactly. I think I was watching Philip DeFranco and he was talking about this shit, and it was something like where they would get like smaller blog sites and all that kind of shit to they were basically doing like 2 reviews, and they're doing like a more quote unquote positive review that would get like that's the review that ends up getting scored and weighted by Rotten Tomatoes, and then maybe it's like deeper in the blog or somewhere else will end up being the real review where it's like, nah, this movie probably really ain't that good, and because the company was paying payola baby pretty much.
When did Rotten Tomatoes become a credible barometer?
I mean, never, but I guess like the last
Never?
Oh, people.
It isn't. It isn't.
I mean, people listen to Rotten Tomatoes. Like
They
people
do.
I don't know
dead
why.
ass check
But-
Rotten Tomatoes
but-
scores like the audience and then
but
the
the
reviewer.
The problem with Rotten Tomatoes is it's just an aggregate score.
I know, but
It's
people
not
like go by that.
I know,
Sometimes to go
exactly.
see like, hey, if I'm going to see a movie or not. So let's say the last 10 years or so, this has been like a barometer for people going to see a movie or not. I'm pretty sure they've been getting paid for 10 years.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fact. Absolutely.
Like this is what y'all found. Like y'all can trace back the paper trail to this
Yeah, I'd
5
say-
years ago or whatever. But I'm pretty sure it's been happening like brown people bag type shit.
Yeah, I'd say the last 6 years, 5 or 6 years, probably.
Was it who was doing that in the gaming industry? Was it IGN?
I don't know. That people always say that IGN was taking money, but there's never been no
No,
proof.
it was like I think they said it was IGN because I think it was Capcom. Because if you it's all business. If you give them a bad review, then you're not gonna pay to play the game earlier.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I've always seen people say that that's what happened with IGN, but I've never seen the proof of that being
Because
the thing.
one of the people who were reviewing came out and said that he would love to give. I think it was about Dragon Ball Z though. The Dragon Ball Z games. He was like, I would love to give you an honest review, but I can't. Because if I do, then it's fucking with the company.
Yeah.
Like I think that's kind of like
Money talks, man.
Yeah.
And then if you got to uphold the reputation of the company, and if you give a bad review on this, then this company's not gonna work with us no more. We're not gonna get these exclusive. Now you done fucked up my business plan. You gotta go.
Yeah. I think maybe they just aren't as openly negative as they probably want to be, just because they got it. Like they don't like,
Why
oh,
you
this
create
is
your own shit.
This is a flaming piece of shit. And it's like it's garbage. They probably be like, yeah, the game wasn't good. Like they probably want to be like, oh, this is garbage. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to human beings. But and
Like,
they should be ashamed. But then be like, you know what? I'll just say it nice. It wasn't good.
Now, niggas know who to play with and who not to play with. So if you say something bad about me, you know you fucked for like the next 5 or 10 years. Y'all got to get back in my good graces by doing something. Like niggas know who to talk about, who not to talk about.
Yeah.
I think that happened with Angry Joe at one point. Like he gave his honest review about a video game. It was like,
You're never getting games from us ever again. No early access shit.
Oh man,
We had to get petty like that.
What's wrong with niggas being honest?
can't do that.
They don't want the game. They don't want, because your honesty affects their bottom line. It's all about money.
Yeah, but then when we played and we see for ourselves this shit, it was like, yo, what the
So
fuck
what?
is this?
By then it's too late. A lot of people already
Right.
purchased the game, and that's the point.
Right.
That's the point.
That's why you build your own shit.
That's the
Because
point.
can't nobody fire you when you the boss.
Yeah.
I
It's
wish-
like
Man.
that's like when that's why when people get nervous when they don't, like gaming reviewers like IGN's, places like that, when they don't get early copies of games, because it's like they think that the company's doing that on purpose because they're not giving you the time to review it and have a score ready by the time the game comes out. That means like, okay, we if the game comes out Friday, we don't get review copies. That means we can't buy the game until Friday. That means we can't review it for at least another week.
Good.
Or however long it takes. That's not good, because then if the game is bad, that's a way to, because some people are just going to buy the game and not know. And it's like they're doing that on purpose, like so that you don't, the scores aren't out. They know that the game's not going to be good,
This
so they don't put out early review
why
copies.
we need rental services back. GameFly is still there.
True.
If you want to play a game and not necessarily buy the game, what's the the game sharing shit you be doing?
I don't do that anymore, but
But yeah, but this game sharing as well. If you and one of your homeboys want to be like, hey, you buy this, I buy this, you
Yeah.
know, we could just trade off that way. Or like I said, GameFly.
Yeah.
There needs to be some type of Blockbuster-esque type thing where you can go into a store, rent a game, and play it, bring it back. whether it be an online service or actual brick and mortar store, something.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you can combat some of this shit.
I mean,
It could work.
That's what's good about Game Pass to a certain extent. It's like you pay a flat fee for
it doesn't
for the
have
month.
like AAA games on there all the time. So if you want,
Well, it will have most of Xbox's first party stuff. It won't have like Assassin's Creed up there necessarily, or whatever third parties. They won't have third party shit, but they will have.
but if you want the game that niggas want, that niggas are gonna go buy day one.
Yeah,
that would help. It was like, yo, if there's no concrete review on this, I'm gonna go play this game, but I don't want to pay full price.
Especially now, it was like $80.
Yeah,
70,
so I'm not
bucks.
doing all that. So if I could, if there was an online rental, like a digital renting service, would be fire.
Yeah.
Where it was like, you know how we used to get the free trials and shit, and shit used to cut off like after an hour after the first stage or some shit like that. If they could program some shit where it's like, hey, you could buy this game and you can rent it for 3 days for $14, right?
Yeah.
If you beat the game in 3 days, cool.
You got us.
You fucking tricked us, nigga.
Yeah.
But if not, if you enjoy this game that much and you want to keep doing XYZ, you can unlock. You know, we can take the hold off the game and you can it's yours.
Yeah.
So if y'all could do some shit like that, it's all coding. It's all It can be done. It's not that hard.
Resident Evil 2 did it.
Did it?
The remake.
Yes, they
had
did.
a time demo.
They had a time demo. You can only play it for like an hour, no matter how far you got in the game.
Mm.
That shit just locked.
He's like, click.
Like you're like boss fight. They be like, thank you for playing the game. Like, nigga.
Nah, I'm shooting him right in the face.
And then it was like, nah, the game come out in 2 weeks. You can buy it then.
You can buy it if you like it.
If you like it that much, you can buy it then.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could do it. Don't take my idea either.
Oh, it's too late. It's gone.
It's gone.
And it's gone.